What's good? What's good? And welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope you're well, guys. So the market absolutely crashed last night. The beautiful thing about our dollar cost average strategy is when we go through these market crashes, our buy limits get hit and we're a-okay. That's why I always say you need to have enough money for a 30 to 50% drop in the market at any time. Because as you just saw, it can happen at absolutely any time. Was I expecting the market to crash like that? No, I wasn't, but my dollar cost average positions are sitting pretty. And I had a couple of low leverage positions that I was just going to get let ride. They weren't dollar cost average and they got completely liquidated. So sticking with this strategy is definitely the key in my opinion. So we're sitting at 189. We're down 22% on the day. We're sitting at a market cap of 12.78 billion, 24-hour volume 5.34 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest crypto growing app and you can grab one of the incredible Visa cards for cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, depending on the level of card that you have. Sorry guys, I'm not feeling the best today. It's not related to the crypto crash. I was like, I should really take a day off, but I just don't want to take one right after a market crashing. Jax, have you abandoned us? What are you doing? I think it's important to make a couple of videos today. So we had buy zones at 214, or sorry guys, we had buy zones here at 214 and 196, and we had our crash and we came all the way down to our buy zone at 170. We actually almost hit our buy zone at 150, which would have been beautiful because it would have brought our average price down even more. But that's okay, guys. Our average price came down to about, you should be sitting at about 192 from 215, 196, and 170. So you can see here, we had the crash and then we bounced back. So you actually came back up to your 196 buy zone. So there was a good opportunity there to break even on that trade. I might be looking to do that here. So what I'm going to do is flip this over. This is now was a buy zone, now turns into a TP zone. So just due to the fact that we might start to trade sideways here, I think that's likely. I might look to take my profits here at 196. Your average price is sitting about 192, so it's a very small profit. But the way I look at it is even if you break even, you can reset all your buy zones and now you have an opportunity to get in lower and play this sideways consolidation. Because I think the likely scenario is we do a little something like this. We trade within this zone for a while and we decide whether we're going to break up or we're going to break down. So if we can get some trades in, then we can make some money in that sideways consolidation. Now you can also look to take profits here at 214. And of course we have our 233 and 260. But I do think it's likely we trade sideways here. So I will look to exit my position here at 196 for a small profit. And then reset my buy zones here, 170, 150, 132. And I'm going to drop in these as well, 115. And then have $1, have a buy zone all the way down here. Now, of course, you don't have to use all these buy zones. Maybe you want to take out 115 and just have 132, 150, 101, $1.79. Because, of course, if you're using low leverage, you have to double your margin. But if you're spot trading, you can just put equal amounts and it will bring down your average price properly here, guys. So I want to quickly pop over to the daily time frame. So we're not looking too bad on the daily. We're still looking healthy in my opinion. Of course, if Bitcoin continues to drop, it's going to pull the market with it. But let's see how much Matic came down. It definitely didn't crash as hard as some of the other coins. So we had about a 30% drop and we shot right back up and we're still holding the EMAs. We do have a bit of a bearish divergence. You can see on the daily, we created a higher high. We created a lower high in the RSI. So I definitely would expect to see some consolidation here. But if we come down and we lose the golden ratio about $1.54, then of course you would come back down and target about $1.28. But I am expecting to see a little bit of consolidation here. If we pop into the short positions for Matic, I was saying yesterday, we're seeing an increase in short positions. And when you see an increase in short positions, that typically is telling you you're going to see a move back down. If you see an increase in shorts and longs are coming out of the market, well, then you're going to see a move back down. And that's exactly what we saw here. Now we're starting to see our decrease in short positions, which makes sense, guys. We just had a huge sell-off. So all the short positions are taking their profits, but we're not seeing a large increase in long. You can see all the long positions started to sell off or get liquidated as well. and we haven't seen a large increase. If we pop over to the 4-hour, we did see a small increase, but of course they were just buying the bottom, and when we shot back up, they sold once again. So that's why I think we might see some sideways action. We're not seeing a huge increase in longs, but we are seeing the shorts start to leave the market. So I think we may trade sideways a little bit here, but we're going to pop over to Ethereum. So you can see we wicked all the way down to the 200 EMA on the daily. Now we're still holding this swing high. Ethereum is still looking relatively strong here at 3938. So if we can consolidate, we can hold this previous swing high, then we could of course see continuation. But if we do lose this level of support, do target the 0.786, which is coming in at about 3530. We have lost our trend line of support here, this large trend line of support, which isn't the best sign in my opinion. You can see we wicked down all the way down to that ABC correction. So I do think if we were to consolidate and then see some future sell-off here, do target 3580. But if we can bounce back above this trend line, get back above the EMAs, and get back above 4416, then we can definitely see continuation. We can see here on the weekly, I was talking about that large ascending triangle, how we broke out, we back tested as support, but of course we just had that crash. So we came back down into our pattern. We're still holding the 20 EMA, but if we were to break down out of this pattern, of course you have to target the breakdown target, which would bring Ethereum all the way back down to 1547. I don't think it's likely that ETH would come that low. I think we would have a much higher likelihood of bouncing off the 55 EMA. If we come down to that level, that's bear market territory in my opinion. But if we're able to hold support here, we can still break out to the upside and come up to our target of 6441 for ETH. So I quickly want to show you guys Bitcoin here. So here's Bitcoin on the 1-day chart. We lost this trend line. Same with Ethereum, which isn't the best sign in my opinion. We're still holding this level of support, which is the golden ratio, which is coming in here at about 47594. But if we pull our Fibonacci here from this previous swing low up to our swing high, you can see we've lost the golden ratio as support. And when you lose the golden ratio, well, there's a higher likelihood you're going to come back down to where you started. So what we want to see here is we get back above the golden ratio, we back test it as support, and we see a quick recovery here because there's also a much larger pattern. One of our members of our Discord posted this as well, and it's a large rising wedge. And the target from this rising wedge would bring you all the way back down to about 30K, 29.4K. And that's definitely bear market territory. You lose that low, well, you're going to go into a bear market. But what we also might see here is we come down, we consolidate, create a strong level of support, and then we see continuation of this bull market, because technically we're still in a bull market. We're still creating higher highs and higher lows if you zoom out here. So here's your low, here's your higher low, and then if we consolidate and create a strong level of support, we're still creating a higher low. But if we come down and we lose 29.4K, that's definitely bear market territory in my opinion. Even if we come down and we start to lose this low here, coming in at about 40K, we're reversing the trend, which really wouldn't be a good sign in my opinion. What I would like to see is we see some sort of consolidation in this area, and then we see a breakout back to the upside for Bitcoin. So we'll finish off the video here with Matic. So as I've been saying here, I would definitely look to break even if you'd like to here at 196. As your entry price is at about 192, it is a little bit of profits here. You could wait for 214 if you'd like to, if you think we're looking strong and we're going to bounce back. But personally, I don't mind breaking even on this trade and then setting my buy limits lower. That doesn't mean you won't bounce and trend higher, but I'm just trying to play it safe in my opinion. All right, guys. So that's basically it for this one. We still have our bull run targets for Matic. We have the 1.618, which is coming in at 677, the 2 extension at 1181, and the 2.272 at 1767. But as of right now, our target is 677 for this bull run. Looks like we might have an extended bull run that will lead into the spring. Of course, that's just my opinion. I wouldn't really be calling for a bear market until we start to lose this low, and especially if we come down, we lose 29K. But as of right now, we just had a flash crash. So if we can see some consolidation and we can break out back to the upside. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to show you guys here, which was our Black Swan event back in March. Coronavirus Black Swan event. So you can see here, we had some major sell-off. If we go from the top here, all the way down to the bottom, it was about a 55% drop. You can see we consolidated and we broke back out to the upside rather quickly. So that's what I'm hoping happens here for Bitcoin once again. All right, guys, quick shout out to the Discord. Let me quickly open it up here to the chart channel. We have over 1,000 members talking all things crypto. It's the price of a coffee, and you can sign up to the Patreon. All right, much love, guys. Take care.